Welcome to 21 Questions with Bishop Fox's Lady Foxes. I'm Sean McMillan, Community Specialist, and today we're joined by Katie Ritchie. Let's get started. What's your role at Bishop Fox?
I'm a security consultant.
And how long have you worked in cybersecurity?
In a technical capacity, about 2.5 years.
Why do you love working in offensive security?
It's really cool, it's challenging, and it's a lot of fun. It's something that I really enjoy doing.
What is your favorite place to vacation?
So when I vacation, I really like to explore new places, so my favorite place to vacation is just anywhere I haven't been yet.
What advice would you give to your younger self?
If we're going back to high school, I would say don't listen to your guidance counselor, go for the computer science degree, even though you're not a math whiz. And if it was an older me, I would say talk to your doctor about your focus issues. Getting diagnosed with adult ADHD was game-changing for quality of life reasons, so those would be it.
What's a resource that helped you when you started your career?
The SANS Immersion Academy for helping women and other folks get into cybersecurity allowed me to get 3 career launching certifications, so wouldn't be here without that resource.
And what are your 5 desert island movies?
So this is definitely one of these things is not like the other situation. So Scream, the original Candyman, Get Out, Willy's Wonderland, and Always Be My Maybe.
Who's your all-time favorite music artist or group?
So this really changes every couple years for me, but right now it's Hozier.
How do you prioritize self-care?
Self-care is so important. Just the path to burnout is really, really quick. So my priority is just making sure that I don't fall into the trap of focusing too hard on a problem. It can be really tempting, especially work from home, to just work on something until you crack it or work on something until you figure it out. But if you do that project after project, it's just a fast track to burnout. So just making sure that I'm spending just a reasonable amount of time on work every day has been really crucial to my self-care process.
What's your favorite sport or activity to play or watch?
So I don't play anymore, but definitely roller derby.
What's the best part of working at Bishop Fox?
It's definitely the people. Just my colleagues are all super brilliant, amazing people. I learn something new on every assessment that I work on, and that is in part to the great people that I work with.
How has mentorship played a role in your career?
Mentorship has been really important. Without a great mentor, I wouldn't have known about the SANS Academy that allowed me to kind of get my jump start into this field. And then beyond that, once it was time to actually have gotten the certifications, I wouldn't have had the courage to kind of actually apply to work at Bishop Fox and to really dive in if I didn't have some great mentors just leading the way and providing that extra encouragement.
And what was your field of study?
My field of study was psychology with a concentration in behavior analysis and then a minor in writing and rhetoric.
If you could switch careers for a day, what profession would you try?
So if in this imaginary situation I would magically be proficient in whatever I wanted to do, then I definitely would want to be a practical effects artist. Just think that making monsters and playing in fake gore would be a super fun way to spend the day.
If you could have dinner with anyone, who would it be?
So this is a super nerdy answer, but I definitely think I would like to have dinner with James Kettle. He, I believe, is the director of research over at Portswigger, the Burp Suite folks, and his work on HTTP request smuggling just seemed like absolute witchcraft whenever I was getting started, and it now still seems like magic. And I know he's branched out into other research topics, but I just think he seems like a super knowledgeable, super cool person and would love to pick his brain.
For any girls interested in STEM careers, what advice would you give?
Find people. If it's a mentor, that's great. If it is other women in your program or curriculum of study, great. Just try to find people that you can commiserate with and who can support you, offer guidance, offer recommendations. Just trying to do it alone, I'm sure you absolutely could, but it definitely is going to be a much more pleasant process if you can try to find some community, find some great mentors that will help support along the way.
Who was your childhood hero?
So it was a fictional hero, Sherlock Holmes. His deductive powers were just the coolest thing to young me, and I think from that I learned to pay attention to details, which has been helpful. But that would be it.
And who's your hero now?
Any educators. It's just a challenging, thankless job, and so vital. So just anyone who is doing any kind of teaching is a hero in my book.
What inspired you to join the cybersecurity or technology industry?
So just learning more about it, finding out kind of what was out there. I had a really great mentor who was a pen tester whenever I was starting to kind of dip my toes into the water and learn a little bit about the field. And so having just someone to bounce ideas off of and to give that encouragement and say, you know, you could do this was really a big inspiration for me.
If you could only eat one cuisine for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Tacos. I think they're super versatile. I think they can be super versatile, and I think it would allow me to never get bored.
And lastly, where do you find meaning in your work?
I find meaning in everything, no matter what the vulnerability is, no matter if it's something minor like input validation that could be improved, or if it's a misconfiguration of a cloud resource, just knowing that it's something that I've identified that once it's fixed might make things that much harder for an adversary just is really deeply meaningful for me.
Thank you so much for your time. Be sure to catch the rest of our 21 Questions series on bishopfox.com.